rest of my body sunscreen. So that's my face sunscreen. Let's talk about the rest of your body, which is especially important when you're going to the beach and maybe like wearing a swimsuit and you have a lot of skin showing. This is my SPF of choice. This is the Salt and Stone SPF 30 Mineral Sunscreen. Very cute packaging. We love it. I have the SPF 50 pinned here. I love them both. They're both great. So check out SPF 30, SPF 50, whatever your preference is on that. But I like 30, especially if you want to get a little bit of sun, you want to get a little bit of color, but you definitely want to apply an SPF. I feel like a common misconception is people think they won't tan if they apply SPF, but that's just not true. If you put on something like SPF 30, you definitely will. It, of course, depends how long you're outside for, but you definitely will still get a tan, and it's always so important to protect your skin. So if you are looking to get a tan, maybe just stay out a little longer, but don't not apply sunscreen. And if you don't want to get color, the SPF 50 is the way to go. So I love that they have both options. This is a mineral sunscreen, like I said, and also the Dr. Loretta one is. I didn't touch on this, but there are two types of sunscreen, mineral, which these both are, and chemical. Mineral is my preference. The difference in short is basically mineral kind of creates a shield against the first layer of your skin. So the sun, pollutants, they won't penetrate that layer. It sits on top of the skin and it protects it like a barrier. Chemical actually does penetrate the skin. And there's arguments for both and why one might be better than the other. But if you want to look into it and decide for yourself, I personally go for the mineral. I like it to create that barrier and not absorb, especially if you're using a sunscreen that's not clean ingredients. You don't want it to be penetrating into your skin. So that's kind of where my choice comes from. So these are both mineral, but definitely do your own research if you haven't heard about this before and see, what you think about it. But my personal preference is always to go for a mineral. I will also say about this sunscreen is that it's reef safe. That's also something that's very important to me. If you haven't heard of it, I would encourage you to also look that up. But a lot of sunscreens are just reef safe now because it's a topic of conversation that has become known amongst quite a few people and a cause that people care about. So it basically just means that, when you put on sunscreen, go into the ocean, it is going to come off you a little bit, and that is going to spread far and wide within the ocean. And when it goes to a reef, it causes disease and stress to the reef and can also sometimes kill it if it's, a lot of sunscreen that is penetrating that reef. And it kills it, it bleaches it. It's just not nice. It can also have an effect on marine life in general, but reef safe means that it is safe for the reefs and it's not going to have those chemicals that have those detrimental effects. So, mineral and reef safe, both music to my ears, and clean. If I didn't mention, both of these are clean ingredients. They're sustainable, they're eco-friendly, all very important. And so yes, this is what I'll apply to my legs, my arms, my stomach, if I'm laying out at the beach, just liberally everywhere. This one is honestly kind of a similar consistency to the Dr. Loretta, where it's just super soft and silky. It's definitely more of a white than the other one, which can act as a foundation. This one has the more classic white sunscreen feel to it. It's definitely thicker. It still blends so beautifully and leaves your skin feeling really soft and no like tackiness that you can get with other sunscreens, which I love. This also has a light scent, more of a beachy scent for who was asking about the scent of this sunscreen. This one's definitely lighter. This is more of your classic sunscreen scent, which I personally like. But yes, I absolutely love this sunscreen. It hits the mark on everything for me, everything that I care about having in a sunscreen. This very much hits the mark. So this is the sunscreen I'll be using all summer at the beach and honestly just in everyday life. If I'm wearing something that shows skin, apply your SPF. Very important. Okay, if you have any questions, write them in the chat. And also for anyone who's joining, anything I'm talking about in this live tonight, you can get 15% off. So you can see the product I just spoke about is on the screen. You can get it for $20.40 if you buy it within the 30 minutes after this live. And that goes for any live on the Verishop app. And it also doubles on top of the Verishop birthday deal that's going on right now, which is 15% off beauty and 25% off fashion. So very good deals happening. Definitely search through the app and add to bag, baby. Okay, so let's move on to our next product. So excited.